The Ant and the Grasshopper in Space, a Fables story. Once upon a time, on a spacecraft far in space, there lived an ant and a grasshopper. The ant was busy gathering supplies for the long journey ahead, while the grasshopper was content to dance and play all the time. The ant noticed the grasshopper having fun and said, "You should be gathering supplies for the trip, like I am. You will surely be hungry in the future if you don't get ready now." The grasshopper just laughed and replied, "Why bother worrying now? We have plenty of time. I am enjoying myself, and I don't have to worry about the future." The ant smiled knowingly and said, "You may think that now, but you will wish you had gathered supplies when the time comes." The grasshopper continued to laugh and play while the ant diligently gathered supplies. As the journey progressed, the ant was well prepared, while the grasshopper was becoming increasingly hungry. Soon, the grasshopper started to regret his decision and wished he had listened to the ant's advice. Finally, the journey was over. The ant had enough supplies to last, while the grasshopper was still hungry. He had no choice but to beg the ant for food. The ant turned to the grasshopper, smiled, and said, "I told you so. You should have listened to me and gathered supplies when you had the chance." The grasshopper bowed his head in shame and learned a valuable lesson. It is always best to be prepared for the future. Moral of the story: do not be penny wise and pound foolish. Be prepared for the future by planning ahead.